Hey, Chargers fans, listen up. We've got some big news today that could completely change the way you look at the team. So if you're a real Chargers supporter, you won't want to miss this. Imagine this. The NFL draft is ticking down, the pressure is sky high, and the Los Angeles Chargers are just moments away from making a decision that could shape the future of our defense. Everyone's talking, rumors are flying, and there's one name that keeps showing up: Will Johnson, the cornerback from Michigan. Now, here's where things get interesting. Johnson isn't just any player. He used to play under coach Jim Harbaugh back in college. And guess what? Despite some concerns about his knee and toe injuries, and even a little doubt about his speed, many experts believe Johnson could still be one of the best picks in the draft. One mock draft from a trusted NFL insider even shows Harbaugh picking Johnson at number 22. Why? Because Coach Harbaugh knows exactly what this guy can do, and he believes Johnson is just too talented to ignore. Before listening to the latest news, subscribe to the channel, like it, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Let's move on to the new news. This could be a game changer. Johnson was a star at Michigan. He's tough, smart, and already understands Harbaugh's system inside and out. That means less time learning and more time making big plays for the Chargers. Plus, with players like Tar Heel, Cam Hart, and new signing Dante Jackson already in the mix, our defense could become one of the scariest in the league. So, Chargers Nation, are you ready for what's next? Because if Harbaugh really pulls this off, we could be looking at the smartest draft move of the year. This next move by the Chargers, it has Jim Harbaugh's style written all over it. Some fans are calling it genius. Others, too risky. So what's the truth? There's no question, Justin Herbert needs more weapons. But here's the thing. The Chargers have 10 picks in this draft. That gives us the freedom to build a defense strong enough to take the pressure off Herbert. A better defense means more time for him to make plays, and that's a win for everybody. But let's be real. There's one big question on everyone's mind. What if that knee doesn't hold up? Is Harbaugh seeing something that the other 31 teams are missing? Or is he just taking a wild chance because of that Michigan connection? Social media is blowing up with debates, and while everyone's arguing, Harbaugh is busy putting together his plan. One thing he's been clear about from day one: dominate the line of scrimmage, or don't bother showing up. Losing Poona Ford and Morgan Fox in free agency? That hurt. Our defensive line took a big hit, and with tough run-heavy teams like the Chiefs and Ravens on the schedule, we need serious muscle up front. That's why Harbaugh and new GM Joe Hortiz have already started stacking the line, bringing in Teair Tart, Nick Coe, and Deshaun Hand. Solid moves, but it still feels like something's missing. Enter Kenneth Grant, another Michigan standout. In the final mock draft by NFL expert Todd McShay, the Chargers are predicted to take him at pick 22, and Harbaugh, he once called this guy a gift from the football gods. That's a big statement. But if it's true, the Chargers might be building a defensive wall no one can break. Let's talk about Kenneth Grant, and trust me, this guy fits the Chargers' needs like a glove. Standing 6'4" and weighing 331 pounds, Grant is a powerhouse. Last season, he put up 32 tackles, 6.5 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, and even grabbed 2 fumble recoveries. Oh, and did we mention? He's got a national championship ring from Michigan. That alone should push him to the top of Harbaugh's wish list. But here's what really makes him stand out. He's not just big. He's fast for his size. He moves like a much smaller player, and that rare combination makes him dangerous. Add to that some raw pass rush talent, and you've got the kind of player who could turn into a game changer under Harbaugh's coaching. Remember, Harbaugh recruited him personally. He knows what this guy brings. But the big question is, can Grant step in and replace Poona Ford right away? And with the team needing offensive help too, is pick number 22 too high for a defensive tackle? The fan base is split. Some say Grant could be the strong foundation our defense needs. Others say we're reaching too far. But if Harbaugh has a long-term vision, and we believe he does, this pick could make perfect sense. And just when you think you've got the Chargers' draft plan figured out, boom, another surprise hits. Feel that empty space ever since Joey Bosa left? Yeah, we still need a serious pass rusher. Sure, the draft is one route, but now there's a rumor heating up that could change everything. Reports say the New York Giants might trade Thibodeaux if they draft Abdul Carter at number 3. NFL insider Jeff Howe says a third-round pick could be enough to land Thibodeaux. And guess who holds the 86th pick in this draft? That's right, the Chargers. 2 years ago, Thibodeaux had 50 tackles, 11.5 sacks, and 3 forced fumbles. Even this past season, while dealing with a wrist injury and missing time, he still posted 28 tackles and 5.5 sacks in just 12 games. At only 24 years old, he's just getting started. And with offenses like the Chiefs, Ravens, and Bengals on our schedule, adding a pass rusher like this could make all the difference. The draft may still lean toward defense or offense in round 1, but a player like Thibodeaux available for a mid-round trade? That's a rare chance the Chargers might not want to pass up. Trading for a proven star like Thibodeaux? That's the kind of bold move that turns a good team into a real contender. But of course, there's a catch. What if that wrist injury comes back to haunt him? That's the debate. Some fans are shouting, "Make the trade now." Others are worried it could turn into another regret. But imagine this for a second. Thibodeaux crashing through offensive lines, sacking quarterbacks, and giving Justin Herbert more time to make magic. That's a scene every Chargers fan would love to see. If this deal is possible, new GM Joe Hortiz should be dialing up the Giants right now, because while we're all focused on draft picks, something else is already unfolding, and it's just as exciting. Spring team activities have officially kicked off, and the Chargers' newest players are getting their first real taste of what it means to wear that lightning bolt. One name that's already making waves? Dante Jackson, the cornerback brought in from free agency. This week, he stood in front of the media and was asked how Jim Harbaugh compares to his former coach, Mike Tomlin. Jackson didn't hold back. He said everyone around Harbaugh is completely locked in. Football is all they think about. Every detail matters. Every moment counts. Jackson says it feels like he's part of something serious, something obsessed with winning. That's what you want to hear. Being compared to a Steelers-style culture is a big deal, and it shows that Harbaugh's influence is already taking root. But with Christian Fulton and Asante Samuel Jr. both gone, Jackson isn't just here to talk, he's here to lead. The pressure is on him to lock down the secondary along with Tarheel and Cam Hart. Can he rise to the occasion? He was a second-round pick and had solid time with both Carolina and Pittsburgh. But now, under Harbaugh's system, it's his moment to prove he belongs in the spotlight. Dante Jackson definitely has the skills, but let's be honest, the expectations are through the roof. Some fans think he could be the missing piece that takes our defense to elite status. Others aren't so sure. They've seen promising players fall short before. But just picture it. Jackson intercepting a pass from Patrick Mahomes in the final minutes of a tight game. That's the kind of play that changes a season. Yeah, it's still early. But if you look closely, this Chargers squad is starting to take shape, and it's exciting. Everything we've talked about so far, it's all connected. From the bold move for Will Johnson, a risky but high-potential draft target, to the raw strength of Kenneth Grant, a player who could anchor our defensive line for years, to the thrilling trade rumor around Thibodeaux, a proven pass rusher who could bring serious pressure, and of course, the confidence and energy that Dante Jackson is bringing to our secondary. It's clear Jim Harbaugh's plan isn't safe or simple. It's bold, it's smart, and it's focused. If these moves pay off, this defense could be a wall, and with a little more help, the offense could explode too. Are the Chargers making the right calls? Time will tell, but one thing's certain, this season's going to be a roller coaster. And guess what? I'm all in. Hope you are too, Chargers Nation. Now tell me, which move has you the most fired up? Bolts up.